We have got a brand new awakened fruit confirmed by the developer of Blox Fruits. I'm super excited. It actually looks awesome on Twitter already. Guys, before we go any further into today's video, I have gotten half of my new audio setup, which means my audio might be a little bit weird in the next couple of videos while I sort things out. You know, I'm going to get it all set up and then my new microphone will show up and then I'll have to change it all yet again. It is hard to get it right without making a full video and then editing a full video's worth of audio. Yeah, guys, welcome back to the channel. Use star code MAGIC when buying Robux. Subscribe. Before we get into the brand new confirmed awakened fruit, let's first talk about the fruit that I want to get awakened the most, and that is the smoke fruit. Right now, the smoke fruit is pretty lame, but at the same time, the smoke fruit kind of does what you want it to do, which is the smoke is kind of like big and in your face. Look at that. That's a lot of smoke right there that comes out. I would really like to see awakened smoke, and I would like to have some sort of ability similar to how fruits like Quake and Magma have the explosion that shoots outwards. I feel like smoke could like punch the ground and smoke could shoot out in every direction and could do one like bar of damage, like an initial hit of damage, but then the smoke hangs around for a while and sort of blinds people a little bit. I feel like that's the best way that they could really improve on smoke, and then make its first attack a lot bigger and make it do more damage. Does this hit two people? Will it hit that guy? It will hit that guy. So it already hits multiple targets, which is great. We just need them to like do more, be bigger, and be stronger. And then awakened smoke could be a pretty good sort of like grinding fruit. And then obviously it's light has 5 abilities, including flight. Smoke should have a 4th combat ability. After smoke, obviously a lot of us want to see gear 4th for rubber. I don't think it needs to be an awakening, but maybe a similar mechanic where you like train the rubber fruit to get rubber version 2 or something. Then we could see ourselves with the rubber fruit, which would be awesome. I would love to see gear 4 in the game. I don't know how it would work. I don't know if any games have actually done it well. Obviously, we want to see Phoenix buffed as well. But let's go to the fruit that has been confirmed. Well, we think it's been confirmed. I can't imagine what else it is. So here is the sand fruit. Unlike smoke, it actually has 4 attacks. They're not amazing. They could be, but they're not. So sand tornado is pretty awesome. I think sand tornado could be replaced with sandstorm, which would be like a massive area of effect of just like sand that does constant damage, similar to the V ability of the shadow fruit, the Umbra one. Desert Funeral is like this. Oh wait, I have to use it on a mob. Whoops. Here we go. Desert Funeral on a mob is like traps it in a thing and then it explodes. Sand is very much the kind of fruit that should freeze people in place. Here's heavy sand, which is like actually kind of what I wanted Sandstorm to be, so maybe heavy sand could turn into Sandstorm. And then we have Desert Sword, which is not a good ability, but it makes a lot of sense. And this is the one that we believe has now been awakened. Let me show you guys the tweet. By the way, follow me at MagicbusYT on the Twitter. So here is Rip Indra's account. He's a Blox Fruits dev owner. And this is the latest image, etc., etc., etc. And obviously, this is the sand attack. And look how big it is now. That is some range right there. Obviously, this is Sand's first ability in its awakened form. And it looks way better. It looks a lot like you could hit multiple units in the straight line, instead of it being like this narrow sort of ability. Right now, if I want to hit both of these guys, I really have to line it up. But it looks like with the awakened one, I would hit anyone sort of in like a line in front of me, like a big rectangle in front of me, which is very exciting. I really want some of the bad fruits to be awakenable in like the 3rd sea, and then they become decent, if not good fruits. That way, you can still give them to noobs who are new to the game, and it won't be a good fruit. But once you unlock the 3rd sea and you're pretty good at the game, then the fruit could be decent. I really think that sand is something where, like, imagine if Desert Funeral, if I did Desert Funeral, but it was an AoE and it trapped all 3 of these guys, similar to Ice's V attack. Let's get the ice fruit. Similar to how when you use absolute zero, which I feel obviously it can't use. Give me a minute. So perhaps, unlike the ice fruit, it wouldn't do much damage, but it would freeze them in place, possibly not for as long, maybe for a second less. And that way, you're already building another fruit that sword users and melee mains can use to really sort of like stick people in place. And that is a big part of the strategy of this game, is freezing people. And sand is definitely designed to like stick people in one place. I also really think that they should just add a slow debuff to this game where like your movement speed gets decreased for a little bit, like for a couple of seconds. And then the sand fruit or the smoke fruit making you blind or something like that, just to really change the way the PvP works. Now, I did notice something interesting with Rip Indra, by the way. This was posted 12 hours ago, but in the likes section, he actually liked on the 3rd of December, someone who did like a Sand Awakening drawing. So shout out to, I'm not going to be able to say your name properly, but there you are, guy. Welcome to the video. He had a Sand Awakening concept, which kind of looks like what I'm saying, like a sandstorm ability. I don't know what this, maybe that's like dark, how it like drags people in. That's pretty cool. But he's got some cool sand concepts. And because Rip Indra was already working on Awakened Sand, I think without even thinking about it, he liked this tweet because he was already working on it. So it's just like, oh, I'm already doing that. I'm going to press like on this guy's concept because it was already being done. Which means we should keep an eye on the stuff that Rip Indra likes, because he might accidentally like reveal some things just subconsciously by liking stuff, or maybe he did it on purpose and has a massive brain. So Sand Awakening is pretty much confirmed. I would be surprised if that was any other fruit, and based on the quality of the animation, I would say it's an awakened fruit. Other than that, really want to see Smoke get an awakening. I think honestly, if they were going to do update 17, awaken Smoke, awaken Sand, and maybe very soon, don't necessarily awaken Rubber, but let you train Rubber to unlock 4th gear. Because I feel like Gear 4 is something that is super hyped for every single One Piece game. And they really need to get it correct. Other than that, buff Phoenix, please. It really needs it. Maybe awaken Paw as well, or buff Paw. I mean, I know it's good, but it's very niche. People want Awakened Gravity. I feel like a Gravity Awakening is probably something we do need. Gravity's very underwhelming at the moment. And other than that, that is today's quick video talking about something that I'm so excited for. I've been advocating for awakening the weaker devil fruits, especially the low gears, for a very long time. And that brings me to the last part of today's video. I really want to know what you guys think. All of the One Piece movies are not currently considered canon, but they do have devil fruits in them that don't make it into the main show. Would you guys agree that they could add fruits from the movies and weapons and abilities from the movies into the game? Or do they have to be manga/anime canon fruits? Because there is a gold fruit that is very similar to like diamond and so on, where you could cover yourself in it and get like a defensive buff. But also, the gold fruit, he creates like a giant golden version of himself. Again, similar to Buddha. Maybe now that Buddha is a DPS fruit, maybe a defensive version of Buddha again. As you can see, it's non-canon. But what do you guys think? Should they be able to add these fruits and abilities into the game? There's also that other guy from one of the One Piece movies where he has like a giant metal arm, and it's not the metal fruit that Kid uses. It's this other guy. I think he was on Gold Roger's crew or something, and he has like a power fist. We could see that in the game, even though it's not canon, it's only for movies. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you all for watching today's video. I know it's short. I know it's not what we usually do. Working on some other great stuff. Thank you for supporting the channel. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, star code magic, follow Twitter, yada. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.